Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. All 11 Titans from the upcoming Hearthstone Titans expansion have now been revealed, so I figured it would be a good time to put them in order and try to speculate on which Titans are the best and which Titans are the worst, and therefore I'm proud to present my Titans tier list. In tier 1, the very best Titans, I would say that there are two Titans that are just above the rest. Priests, Amantul, able to make copies, able to destroy stuff, just incredible flexibility, and you can just make copies of everything as a priest. So Amantul, it just does so many things. It's just a wonderful Titan, and it only costs 7 mana, and it has trees and stats, so it's bonkers. And then Druid's Titan, Ionar, the Lifebinder. Okay, Ionar is the most expensive Titan, but Druid has ramp. So Druid is able to get their mana total up and then play Ionar early, and Ionar's abilities are insane. Ionar can restore you to full health, Ionar can draw you a handful of cards, or Ionar can restore your mana crystals so that you can just play more stuff. And also, of course, after Ionar use an ability, you also summon a 5/5 with Taunt. So ramping up to Ionar, like healing to full health and stuff, Druid can just do so crazy things. So Priest and Druid Titans, I think these are the best Titans respectively. That doesn't necessarily mean that Priest and Druid decks will be the best decks in the game, although that's of course always possible. But these Titans should be able to do a lot of work in their respective decks. Then we arrive at tier 2 Titans. Titans that can still do quite wonderful things, but are not quite as devastating as tier 1 Titans. And the first among these is Amidus the Peacekeeper. Amidus can buff your other minions, Amidus can weaken the opponent's minions, Amidus has Taunt and your minions can take more than 2 damage at a time. Amidus is Sunkeeper Tarim level of a card. Just totally bonkers card. Can do so many great things. Then we have Golganet, the Thunderer. Your first spell each turn costs 3 less, so very strong effect. While Golganet is alive, Golganet only costs 6 mana, so Golganet is pretty easy to get into play. Golganet can deal some AoE, give some healing. Golganet can draw you some cards, and you might be able to play those cards immediately. So yeah, another wonderful Titan. And then third, Agramar, the Avenger. This is where I'm a little bit uncertain. I'm quite certain that Amidus and Golganet are as good as they are here, but Agramar, whether Agramar is a tier 2 Titan or a tier 3 Titan, I'm a little bit uncertain. There's 3 Titans here. Agramar and then 2 that come in the next tier that I just couldn't quite place in order. Maybe Agramar is only tier 3, maybe some of those are tier 2. I'm a little bit uncertain. But why do I think Agramar is good? Agramar only costs 6 mana, so Agramar comes into play quite early. Agramar gives you quite a lot of damage with the weapon and all the weapon buffs Agramar gives you. And Hunter is typically in a position, we have the Wild Seed package and everything, so Hunter should have board control at the time when they play Agramar. So then the opponent has to handle Hunter's board, they have to handle Agramar, and then there's still the weapon, which is like a 5/3 weapon potentially, and just smacking face, for example. So I think Agramar puts a lot of pressure on the opponent, and specifically in Hunter at 6 mana, that should be a great thing. I have placed almost half of the Titans into tier 3, but in tier 3 there's still like different ranks here between the Titans, because Argus the Emerald Star, especially Argus, and possibly Primus, I've been a little bit uncertain about these, because Argus doesn't quite do stuff when you play it. Okay, minions to the left of this have Rush, ones to the right have Lifesteal. You can summon 4 2/2s, 2 of them will have Rush, 2 of them will have Lifesteal, so you have a bit of removal. Then you can also discount minions in your hand, you can discover a Death Rattle minion and discount that. So Argus has some good mana cheating going on. But the immediate effect, I'm wondering whether the immediate effect of Argus is going to be strong enough, or if that's too weak, then maybe Argus just won't be that great. And then there's Primus, and Primus can do some wonderful things. Of course, Primus discovers you some cards, and like discovering a Frost card, getting it discounted, getting spell damage. Yeah, that could totally do some things. So, but can you always discover the right kind of card? Not necessarily. Also, Primus can remove an individual big threat and gain a lot of health and a lot of healing for a hero. So if we have a meta where there's some huge individual threats and then Primus just counters those, then that could be real strong. So Primus has some things going for it. But on the other hand, sometimes you play Primus for 8 mana and you just don't get the kind of effect that you want. And then that can be game losing. So I'm a little bit wary about Primus in that sense. But Argus and Primus, I can see that they have a lot of potential. Then there's obviously Sargeras the Destroyer. Sargeras, the greatest of the Titans. Except maybe not in this game, although 612 stats is pretty big. 9 mana, and then that infinite value. But infinite value typically hasn't been that great in Hearthstone. So I just don't really believe in that. Sargeras does have an ability that clears the board and it removes the minions. It doesn't destroy them, it just removes them. It doesn't proc death rattles or anything. It doesn't give corpses. So Sargeras has a powerful effect when you play it. And maybe that's enough to make Sargeras strong, but still 9 mana, it is quite slow. And then the weakest of the tier 3 Titans, Kas'Goroth and Voltron Prime. Kas'Goroth, well, Kas'Goroth can give you some buffs, and Kas'Goroth buffs itself, and it keeps attacking random minions, but only minions. It can't go face until after you have used 3 abilities. So only 3 turns after you have played Kas'Goroth, you have a giant Kas'Goroth if it's still alive, and then it can go face. So I'm not completely convinced by Kas'Goroth. At 6 mana, that means that Kas'Goroth comes down early enough that maybe it can do things, but I just don't believe that it has the survivability. And then Voltron Prime. Voltron Prime, this minion's abilities repeat on another random friendly minion. So you need another minion to really make the best possible use of Voltron, and that makes it a little bit weaker. It gives some minor buffs. The best ability is probably the one that deals 4 damage to a random enemy, because that can also go face. So then there's some things that you can do, but you also kind of need that other minion so that you get 4 damage twice. So if you don't have another minion on the board, then Voltron just doesn't do that much. So I'm a little bit skeptical about that. Still, I think all of these Titans from tiers 1, 2 and 3 are potentially playable. So I expect that all of these will see play in decks. But then there is one Titan, one tier 4 Titan. And that's the poor Norgannon. What did Norgannon ever do to me anyway? Well, Norgannon's abilities double the power whenever Norgannon uses an ability. But the abilities start out pretty weak. So the first use is kind of meh. The second use is okay, like alright. And then the third use, which doubles the second use. So then like Norgannon has deal 5 damage, so then it's deal 5, deal 10, deal 20. If Norgannon lives for 3 turns, and you get to use 3 abilities, then Norgannon can do some pretty crazy stuff. But Norgannon's initial effect is lackluster, and even the second turn effect is not that great. So that's why I really don't have a lot of faith in Norgannon. I think every other Titan is more playable than Norgannon. And overall the Titans seem like pretty strong minions. I really look forward to seeing them in play, and I'm going to make an update to this video once we have enough data, once we know how things actually turned out. Then I'm going to make another tier list that's going to show what really happened. I look forward to doing that as well. But now, Titans expansion is not out yet, but if you're watching this video before Titans releases, there is a vote for your favorite Titan, and you can get some Titans packs. You can find the link down below in the description. It's on Play Hearthstone website. Choose your Titan, pledge your loyalty to the triumphant Titan, and earn free packs. The Titans are competing to see who has the most devoted followers. Each week, vote for your favorite Titan to get a pack. Then tune in at the end of the week to see which Titans earned the most votes and made it to the next round. If your Titan makes it through the voting cycle, you earn another pack. So there's 3 voting cycles, and you can earn 2 packs in each cycle if you vote a popular Titan, so up to 6 packs, and there's only one real choice. You should all vote for Sargeras, because this is not really a vote for which Titan you like the best, this is a vote for which Titan do you think other people are going to vote for. And people will vote for Sargeras, so you should also vote for Sargeras, just so that you get more packs. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.